Well, at least somebody's happy. What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 36 of my Total Warhammer 3 Kairos Fateweaver Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, the wars continue. We continue annoying Agrul and Migdal, continue annoying the forces of the followers of NIGH, though the latter are basically done for, even with the small amount of armies that they've gotten back. And then more importantly, fire is starting to work through Lustria. The invasion of Lustria began last time, and it is, well, it's about to heat up as fire continues burninating the place, and we start building a second army to and deal with that stuff. In fact, speaking of that second army, since it will be formed here at Demon's Gate, we should probably upgrade the Inchoate Forge as well, as I do expect that we will be trying to get at least a few soul grinders in Fire's army. He can, I believe, actually buff them, unlike the Chaos Warriors, yes? Yes, Chaos War Shrines and Soul Grinders are indeed buffable by him, so we should make use of that. And there we go. Now, I don't believe there's anybody to actually move around this time around, but I do believe that we want to summon another cultist, as we are now starting to get cultist capacity due to our military buildings being built up, though it is still taking a while to get any sorcerer capacity. 2 out of 2 at turn 100. Man, it's difficult to get these guys on the field. Ugh. Now, well, we're working on it. At least we've still got a decent amount of income until we get another army on the field, which will reduce it further, but we shall see. Anyway, let's do our buildings, and I guess we can also move you guys around. So you land and go to Nagashazar. Let's see who's holding. Adamantus, you, my friend, are going to... I mean, I guess you could just keep going north. I was originally just wanted you to find out what was going on up here, but... And all these little minor factions. Honestly, the problem with this is the more factions we find, the more likely they are to declare war on us, to be fair. But I still want to know exactly what's going on out here, and if we can spot any Skull Islands, that would be nice as well. And that said, I think once we've come around the jungle of webs here, we're going to go back into the interior of Lustria, and just to keep seeing what's going on in Itza. Although I suppose we could also just, you know, changing of the ways them to see what they're doing. A Recruiter of Fate. Now you... I did potentially want to spend some money getting you a Oh, your chosen will only take 2 turns, eh? Well, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would take 4 turns, although the expense is pretty insane. Ugh, damn you, global recruitment, why you gotta be like that? Well, you know what, let's see about getting basic buildings up and running first, and then we'll see what we have left afterwards. Let's go Thaumaturgic Fissure here, and we might as well go for the defensive structure, since we are going to take the place, or possibly give it to Scarby, but for now at least, let's be able to hold it. Great Mortis Delta, you're fine as you are, you don't need any buildings. You can build this mostly because it's very cheap. Granty Mingol, yeah, you may get attacked right now, but let's hope that you do not. And we shall build more money here with the Web of Secrets. Alrighty, Crackland, you're looking good. Land of the Dead, aha, wait. Nope, 1 more turn. That's gonna keep bamboozling me, but yeah, just once more. Alright, Teotiqua, you are good for now, just military buildings. You're good, you are not good. Money, please. And where were we? I went the wrong way, yes. Good here, at least for now. Kasabar, Karagorud, you're ready for an upgrade, but you cost 18k, so there's a reason why we've left you out so far. Although, is it time to start upgrading you? It'll still cost a lot of cash to make your military buildings. Karak Zorn, you're in the same position, aren't you? Damn these unpleasant climates. Yeah, I really don't want to spend 18k on a single territory, at least not right now. We have better things like military and troops to spend all that stuff on. And I believe that's it in terms of the money buildings, unless I'm mistaken, in which it doesn't appear that I am. Alrighty, so that's good. In that light, or rather then, we can use the Recruiter of Fate, fine. I wanted to get 3 chosen with halberds. Why chosen with halberds? Because this army really has a problem with anti-large. It's not going to be as easy to hold ground with them in the center. But this army is supposed to be about damage dealing anyway, so it'll be vulnerable to ranged attacks, but it'll always be vulnerable to ranged attacks. And we really need something to be able to hold back larger units. So, 3 chosen with calibers for you. Oh man, I can't believe that cost us frickin' 6k just for that. And I was gonna get some Doom Knights in here, but you know what? Let's just go for a couple of Screamers. They're considerably cheaper, and they work here. We'll just use them to replace the 2 units of Chaos Furies, which are perfectly fine, don't get me wrong. It's just, this army's getting expensive now, and it was never supposed to be. Alrighty, so you're good as you are. And we still have 20k to spend on military buildings, isn't that lovely? Alrighty, so let's start with the Demonium here. No, let's not start with the Demonium Hills, it's too far away. You could go to Soul Grinder, but that doesn't really do much for us. You could go here, which will increase our capacity. Yeah, I like that, let's do that. And let's go for another Cultist capacity increase. In fact, maybe we go through everything trying to increase our Cultist capacity everywhere, rather than doing this for 6k right now. Not that 6k is bad, mind you, but more cultists everywhere. Would be swell, like so. At least the cultist buildings aren't crazily expensive either. And you're already at tier 4. And you're at tier 5. Okay, you guys are cheap, so we can upgrade you and you. Like so. And then Karagarud, yeah, we'll get 18k someday, I swear. But it won't be this day. And I believe that's it. Well, I guess we could get the walls at the Great Pyramid of NIGH. We may need it, especially as the Vampiric Corruption is about to come in from that Vault of NIGH, which is going to be a concern. In fact, we'll probably need to build more buildings to deal with that, as we just don't have enough corruption. Alrighty, otherwise, unassigned skill points is good, and we're ready to end the turn and see if we get attacked up around right here. There we go. I think this is the only place to... Wow, camera, come on. Wait, Thingrim? Thingrim Ironbrow, okay. That's just gonna get very confusing. There's Thorgrim, there's Thorek Ironbrow, and now there's a Thingrim Ironbrow. Very, very similar. Fortunately, it's not a lord, but just a hero. And hello, Wurzag's back. That's gonna be a concern for the Bitterstone Mine, as he should be able to get there fairly quickly. We may not be able to defend it. Let's see what's going on here. Where did you go? Viola, you've actually landed back here, though I do still expect you to actually attack at Granty Mingle, but for now... Bound Spell, Tzeentch's Firestorm, yeah, it's fine. The end is nigh. Oh, hello! The winds of magic are enveloping the Black Pyramid of NIGH, a portent of dark times ahead. Something stirs within. Oh my! Wait. So this means that the... this means that the endgame scenario that we're going to get is the one that attacks the Black Pyramid, or spawns a bunch of stuff around the Black Pyramid. Okay. That's interesting. Fortunately, Kairos is nearby, so he could deal with a lot of that. We should probably move some other armies out here. I do have to wonder... Wait. I'm actually not entirely sure how this works, because we own the Black Pyramid. I thought that this particular endgame scenario works in such a way that if you don't own it, it respawns a bunch of Tomb King stuff. What the heck happens if you do own it? Weird. Alrighty, well I guess we'll know in 10 turns. Let's see, Chaos Steed, Eckhart Volkman. You are who? Oh, you're in this guy's army? Yeah, that's fine. And Kadri Baruch, we're not gonna catch you. Okay, so here's what we do. Vindex, you are going to siege Agrul Migdal for a few turns. And the reason we want to do that is just to prevent them building anything. Because this army it doesn't need to do anything right now anyway. It's not going anywhere. It's our horror army, after all. Whereas you are going to go right here. Is there anywhere where the increased ambush chance? No, doesn't look like it. You're just going to go right here, and we're going to go into ambush. And we'll see what this guy does. I don't think we can hit him with anybody. Now the question is what to do with the rest of you. Now, Wurzag is coming up, and I guess we will need Iber to deal with him. I do expect that we'll probably need more than one army to deal with the massive pile of units that are liable to spawn around the Black Pyramid. We can't really build much here, though Khemri and does have some decent buildable stuff. And I mean decent. Oh, wait, actually, speaking of Camray, in the meantime, let's go for Dimensional Cascade. It'll be done in 7 turns, at least. But it's still a concern. I really don't want to lose Camray after all this investment, but let's do that. And Black Tower of Arcan, you are a long, long ways away from being upgradable. But I guess we can upgrade the Pools of Despair while we're here, as well as get them more money. Nice. Also, more tech, please. Fires of Change, Infernal Gateway, honestly, it does not matter at all. Alrighty, then, we go to Changing of the Ways. Now, we're revealing Cult of Sotek faction intentions. Who else do we need? You know what? These guys have full stacks and they're kind of concerning me, so let's reveal these guys' intentions. Followers of Nagash. No. Those are not Followers of Nagash, they just have a similar color scheme. Pirates of Sartosa. Alright, I really want to see what they're doing. Aha, so you are going for Granty Mingle. I see how it is. And where the heck are you going? Huh, looks like you're going to try to land at Kofor to retake that port. Alright, interesting. Reveal Shroud, Pirates of Sartosa. Okay, we need a lot here. Pirates of Sartosa, who else are we missing? We have Cult of Sotek and Karazakarak. We need the Bloody Hands. We need the Ogres. Disciples of the Maw. And there's probably at least one more that I'm not remembering right now. Pirates, Bloody Hands, Disciples. I mean, I guess... No, we don't really need to see Camera anymore. Yeah, I guess that was one of the main ones that we needed to see before, but don't really anymore. Alrighty, well, I guess we'll leave that as it is then. Force Wharf... Oh, actually... As soon as the enemy army spawns, would we be able to use Hold Faction or Halt Faction on them? I do have to wonder. We'll see, that might be useful if it is indeed a possibility. Also, with only 10 turns to do stuff, we have to realize that we are limited in the number of turns that we can take to build up an army, presuming that we don't send Kairos this way. Or ideally, if Kairos can destroy everything around here, that would be great as well. Now, you can head out to Chic. If only you could do it in 1 turn. You could also take the Eye of the Panther and then heal up. I don't think they could reach you, but the question is, would you be able to hit the Vulture Mountain from there? Maybe. Or most likely. I guess then the question is, how damaged would you be? Yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to hit Chic anyway. You still have to go around it. This is gonna take more than 10 turns to deal with all this. Alright, well, we'll see. Go to Chic for now. And we'll still have to prepare. Watch the... I'm 90% sure this guy's army is going to go here to try to take Martek, though I suppose we could always try to jump on top of them with a teleport. So we might be able to solve that problem. Yeah. And is everything else here nice and walled up? I mean, I wouldn't call it nice and walled up, but it's getting there. It's certainly getting there. The rest of you are fine as you are. You need to move north towards Wurzag, ideally somewhere where you don't suffer attrition. The end is nigh won't stop the all these enemy armies from attacking us. Now you will need to go to Granty Mingle. You might actually be able to reach it in 1 turn, which is unfortunate. But then we'll basically need to choose between Bitterstone Mine and Granty Mingle, because either way, somebody's going to be able to hit this. I guess we can come back around for Bitterstone Mine. I wanted to take Stone Mine Tower as well, but now it seems there's too many enemies. Although, are these guys at peace with Followers of Nagash? Yeah, and they're trading with Clan Scryer. Or are they fighting? Well, they're fighting Clan Wars, okay. Oh, they won't even do this for... Wait, how much money did we have left? 17k, okay, never mind. I wanted to potentially peace out with them so that we could deal with stuff, but apparently not gonna be possible. Alrighty, well then... Head down somewhere where you hopefully won't suffer attrition, like here. Can you even reach this in 2 turns? Alright. Yeah, you can reach it. Go right there. And if they take Granty Mingle, they take it, then Garrulus will destroy them anyway. Recruiter of Fate, you can just stay at Ekrond so that they can't take it, though I doubt that they could. And then if we lose Bitterstone Mine, we'll just retake it with Iber. Alrighty, that's been decided. Vindex is good fire. You, do you need to move this turn? We need to be wary of Timakenzi. Oh, and Tehenowan's here as well. Alright, you know what? Let's move you here and camp, and then hopefully we can hit kayaks next turn, though I do expect, yeah, Tehenowan's gonna move in there. Would we be better off going into ambush, I wonder? Yeah, you know what? Go right here and go into ambush. Maybe this guy won't go into kayaks, but will rather move a little bit further away. From his hero, I mean. I'm just hoping that Tehenowan runs forward anyway. No, that's not gonna change anything. Just go, like, right here. If he goes here, then we can fight him in the field, which would be much better. Alrighty, that's Tehenowan. Fire is good. Voljax, you... Wait, you ambushed this turn, right? Yeah, okay, so you're fine as you are. Adamantus. You know what? You can enter the interior territories now. Corvum. You can get to Nagashazar, please. And Lucas, you are going to move northward to join Voljax up here. Wait, no. Yes, Voljax, right? No, you're joining Vindex. Voljax is just a ferry army. Okay, so that's fine. As in, they will ferry troops over. You guys I don't particularly like. The tough one is okay. Pinioned is terrible. We'll delete you after summoning. And honestly, I don't care for Weapon Master either. At least not on cultists. At least not on War Shrine cultist. Maybe useful on a more fighty cultist, but not on a support cultist, and that's generally the way that we'll probably be using them. Other than that, we got a little bit of money to spend, so let's spend it. Schlansek, you are going to go for Thaumaturgic Load, I guess. Great Mortis Delta, you are, well, if not fine, you exist. Dusk Peaks, yes, definitely need the upgrade in walls there as soon as we can get them. Jungle, you're fine. Western Badlands, fine. Since we're gonna lose Bitterstone Mine, we don't need to bother upgrading it. That actually reminds me. Camry we've upgraded, so we're good now. And just need to upgrade these two, and then we can delete all of these buildings. Alrighty. Lovely. Now, where were we? I lost my place. Bitterstone Mine, yes, okay. We can ignore you. We can build money here at Granty Mingle, though I do expect it will probably fall this turn, but who knows? We shall see. Black Tower of Arcane, you're good. Military buildings here, good. And perhaps we want to save some... Ooh, let's upgrade these walls. Perhaps we want to save at least a little bit of cash over the next few rounds. If we're going to be updating a bunch of armies, or at least even building a new army, there may be reason to have a little bit of a nest egg prepared. 8k is fine, I think. Alrighty, that looks good to me. How much turn? Okay, wait. 1 turn per, eh? Okay. Alright, I think the rest is good. I'm a little bit, kind of regretting sending Iber north, as he's done many a successful defense, but if we can manage to destroy these guys, and let's see, 9 turns, 8 turns, 7 turns, 6 turns, 5 turns, 4 turns, 3 turns, 2 turns, 1 turn, 0 turns. Okay, so we'd be able to get back here if I calculated that correctly, so we definitely need another army. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll start building it next turn. Do we have anybody who's okay at levels? Nah, he's got to start at level 7. We could resummon Kronos for that purpose. Though we don't know what exactly he has in his tree. He has 20 in character skills, no battle skills, and no campaign skills. Okay, so he's just a bunch of, He has just a bunch of spells, or basically all the spells available to him, which isn't so bad. Honestly, if Voljax finishes up here, we're just gonna send him south to defend Camry as well. He was supposed to meet up with Kairos anyway, so I think that works out. Alrighty, well, let's end the turn then. Let's see if anything interesting happens. I will probably not bother fighting Bitterstone Mine, because it's too weak. Yeah, that's just pathetic. Alright, let's end the turn. Let's see if Granty Mingle gets attacked. Also wait, Karnath? You named yourself Korn? Okay. Rakarth. I'm surprised you're still alive. You want a non-aggression pact with us, eh? I mean, yeah, sure. You know what? Not a lot of factions are gonna like us, so why not? Let Rakarth be our friend. Maybe a few units in his roster that we may get some use out of. Alright, have the Pirates of Sartosa moved already or no? Apparently they have. They just didn't attack because they were probably afraid of Garrulus. Well, that's great. I'm not being sarcastic, it's actually great. Ambush foiled for fire. Unfortunate. That, not so great. That's another research completed, and we're nearly done. Nearly done. Infernal Gateway. And then we got 3 turns, 1 turn, 4 turns, 5 turns counting Infernal Gateway, and then we'll be done all research. Alright. Now. Iber. Move. Oh, really? You gotta suffer attrition everywhere here? This is our own territory. Just because it's barren wasteland, eh? All that Tzeentch. Oh, I really don't want to suffer attrition here.
I have risen.
Immune to most attrition, but it won't be immune next turn, right? Well, I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out either way. Wurzag's gonna get Bitterstone Mine, but Iber's very, very close and should be able to attack him shortly afterwards, perhaps even with the help of Recruiter of Fate. Garrulus, Now, you could potentially attack Myrmidons. Oh wow, that's a lot of bloated corpses that you can't really deal with. Well, I suppose you could fly towards them and blue fire them. Probably the best way to do it.
I am denied.
And the question is, would you be able to attack Sacray's Myrmidons with this particular army?
Call me
Wow, these guys are willing to peace out now. You know what? With the end being nigh, I think we don't need to be fighting these guys right now. Let's... I don't think I'm gonna bother with the non-aggression pact. Wait, who hates these guys again? The Skaven like them, and we are trying to be friendly with the Skaven. Honestly, we could always betray them later. Let's just get them to give us money. Yeah, that's fine. They won't declare a war on us for 10 turns, so even if they do, at least this will be a time where we can take care of other stuff and we can return to them later. Which means, Garrulus, my friend, you are going up here, together with Iber. Well, now you two are too close, in the sense that we don't need you both in the same place. Although I suppose one of you could go after the Bloody Hands while the other one goes after the Disciples of the Maw. Now, speaking of the Disciples of the Maw and the Bloody Hands...
What do you want?
We need to figure out... Wait, really? So Clan Angrand is going after us. They're gonna try to go through the territory of the Pirates of Sartosa, who they're at war with, through all of this just to get to us. I'm not surprised, but it is a little bit annoying. So what we want is to perhaps force a war between these guys, or... Is there anybody up here who we can force a war between? I wonder how much it would cost to force a war between Bordelot and one of the Lizard factions. Let's find out. Alrighty. Not that I think this particular area is going to get all that busy, but just in case. Changing the ways. Force war between Itza, for example. Well, actually, no. Bordelot Errant. And let's say Kelta Sotek. 4.3k. Yeah, a little bit much. What about Itza? 7.8k. A little bit less likely, even then. Okay. Well, okay, those two aren't likely. What is likely? I want to make good use of this. I mean, Rakartha's here. These guys are kind of friendly with everybody. Sartosa and... Oh, wait, now that we're at peace with Sartosa, we could transfer anything but, well, Sartosa. For example, we could transfer Myrmidons to ourselves, couldn't we? Do we actually want to, though? Maybe right before redeclaring war on them. I'm kind of tempted to say Bloody Hands versus the Clan Angrand, since we're going to be fighting both. The other opportunity is to declare war between the Bloody Hands and Imric. Though Imric, I think, is fighting Grimgor. So I think he's busy. Alright, let's go Bloody Hands and Clan Angren then. Winds of Magic Manipulation. No. Force War. Let's see if we can't find them in here. Too many factions. Wait, Clan Angren should be up here because it starts with the letter C. And where are the Bloody Hands? Ah, yes, they start with a T. The Bloody Hands. And this is fairly cheap, so this was always going to happen. But we might as well make it happen right now. Alright. Let's let these guys maybe fight it out a little bit. Hopefully that'll keep them all nice and distracted. Now, you are going to go into teleport stance. You're going to kill this guy. Nice. Auto-resolve it, please. A free Ruby Ring of Ruin that we don't need, and... Oh! I thought he would have died to that. Oh. Really? I thought because it was an ambush that he would have automatically been destroyed, but apparently not the case. Well, that's kind of irritating. Oh well, what can you do? And what the heck is this? That's actually not good. It's actually not good because we don't need this rebellious little top knots force here. Damn it, we actually need to destroy those. Okay, fine. We'll have to manually do this. So you, Vindex, are gonna go Pink Fires of Tzeentch, Fires of Change, Treason, Glean Magic is always useful. Accursed Horrors, rather, is fine. And other than Accursed Horrors, I think, because nothing else buffs Horrors, we will want to go Many Colored Fires to buff the various Flamers. Yeah. Many Colored Fires and Seer of Destiny. Do we have... Ooh. Hopefully we don't need to rely on Root Marcher here. Well, if we do, it'll be unfortunate. Let's find out. And you can also get a level up as well. Increase mobility, which is kind of similar. And let's get to you. I guess Flaming Sword of Ruin. Also, before I forget, where's our new cultist? Yeah, you go up there. You go up there and you join those guys. Alrighty, Golden Tower. Channeler and Tough Meh, and Chaos Sorcerer is still not ready. Okay, fine, fine, fine. You are going to peel away from this for a second. Break away. I do have to wonder if the dwarfs will help the top knots against us. I doubt it, but we'll see. Alright, thankfully it's easy enough to destroy this. And then re-siege, I guess. We'll probably have to heal. And then, ooh, we got a Brass Cleaver out of it, though. Very nice. And then continue encircling these guys. And just until Thorak comes back. One last time. Alrighty, everybody else is good. Kairos, you gotta move once again and head out to Chic, please. Can we auto-resolve this? The thing is, we'll be damaged when we can't... we can't be damaged for the final round. That's kind of an issue here. The question is how damaged. We might actually have to fight this. And just to try to lower casualties, it might be the best way to do it. Let's see if there's another better cinematic battle than that we can find this episode, and if not, we'll fight that one cinematically. But I do want at least one cinematic. Fire. You could potentially attack Tehenowin, though I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. He's got a very nice army, but he is in march stance. But he does have kayaks, which has a lot of Saurus. This army's a lot better in the field because of the reliance on the Chaos Knights, the Flesh Hounds, and really the reliance on the ranged. So in a settlement, this may not be ideal. Which kind of makes me want to say maybe we want to ambush again. We have to do is succeed once at it to attack Tehenowin, and then we can take the kayaks. We don't want to go overboard here. Not until we have our second army, because if we leave this territory undefended, we just lose it all. So let's just stay like that for now. Let's see if we can't force him into an ambush. Adamantus, keep moving into the interior territories. Corvum, are you ready to go to Nagashazar? Not yet, but shortly. And does anybody else need to move here? Fire is where he is. Vindex, Iber, Garrulus, and Kairos. Yeah, okay, it looks like Kairos will be the one fighting. Alright, that's fine. That is fine. Let's do Kairos' battle cinematically, and then I guess we'll start building up a new army at Khemri. Now, presuming that the armies that spawn around us will be Tomb King armies, we will have to specifically make units that are good against Tomb King armies. Though once again, I think Kairos, with Kairos coming down here, it shouldn't be nearly as problematic if we can get him down here in time. Either way, the defenses here are pretty good, and ooh, let's make sure that the walls are all maxed out around this place by the time the end is nigh. Once again, I don't know whether they'll attack the Black Pyramid directly or whether they'll immediately go in every direction and start retaking everything. The thing is, it has to be the Sentinels, right? Because Khemri's not dead unless it gives it to the Khemrians. It'd be maybe it'll be given to Khemri. They're pretty weak right now. Well, I guess we'll see. Let's fight the battle with Kairos right now at Chic. Actually now wondering whether we should fight them in the field. Now, but the thing is, if this guy runs away, we won't be able to destroy him, so yeah, let's fight at Chic manually. This is, I believe, a small settlement, which should be to Kairos' advantage. Well, let's get to it.
Gather to us in all your iridescence, puppets of Tzeentch.
He doesn't make that speech nearly as often. Gather to us in all your iridescence, something, 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 Tzeentch. I didn't hear the rest of it, but yeah, I like that one. Anyway, here we go. I don't imagine this is going to be too difficult, but in that light, we're gonna try to make it a little bit more fun. Now, obviously, we could just set up here where the majority of the enemy army is coming in, though they do have some nice elites here. Hex Wraiths, they've got a Necrosphinx, a couple of Necropolis Knights, yeah, and plus the Tomb Guard and all that stuff. Yeah, anyway, obviously, the best thing would be to set up right here and just destroy them as they come out, and fighting the undead generally is the best faction to do this against, because obviously, unlike other factions, which would get damaged and then immediately run off the map, the undead would just melt because they don't run. So that would be great, but because this is kind of a opportunity to make this battle more fun, what we're gonna do is try for a sort of reverse siege sort of thing, where we don't go there, but we quickly, or as quickly as we can, try to take the interior of the city, and then promptly try to then defend said taken city against the enemy armies as they come in. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's give it a try. Alrighty, so Kairos is obviously gonna open up the battle by annoying the enemies with blue and pink fire spam. Blue fire is not gonna be super effective directly against a unit like this unless you're going to be parallel to the unit formation, of course, but it's okay. We'll do something. It's not like we have infinite pink fires in a short amount of time, though we do have near infinite pink fires. Otherwise, we gotta wait for the rest of the army to come in, and here they come. There's the Severed Claw heading up that hill while the rest of the ranged army waits. And our chosen, or Chaos Warriors rather, following them in. And there we go. All the while, our flyers are going to go in and find some isolated skeleton archers to annoy. Obviously, we don't really think that the skeleton warriors anywhere inside the settlement are any kind of threat, so we're just going to have the ranged units take care of the ranged units, which are a little bit of a threat because they could annoy certain units, especially the pink horrors as well as the flamers, which are really fragile. Otherwise, it looks like the enemy army has made it onto the field, and this is much more threatening in terms of units than the pathetic little garrison is, so it should be fun. And we're going to immediately start setting up our defenses here. Pink horrors and flamers all the way at the top, the flamers a little bit below, and obviously moving our infantry all the way down there so we can fire up the ramp. It looks like our Chaos Knights are going to be fighting some Hex Wraiths by the looks of it, as the Hex Wraiths are starting to move in. They're kind of indecisive here. First they were looking like they were going here and then zigzagging, but yeah, it looks like they will indeed charge our charge our Chaos Knights, and damn, I did not realize how much bigger the Chaos Knights were than the Hex Wraiths. The Hex Wraiths look tiny by comparison, lighting little skeleton ponies. But yeah, well, obviously, without flesh, the horse is gonna look a lot smaller, but it does make them look kind of adorable by comparison. I did not realize that. Although, to be fair, the Chaos Knights are on steroids, so, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, here we go. The enemy charges into our main line here, and main line mostly because we have our biggest concentration of troops, and I guess so do the enemy send their biggest concentration of troops here as well. We've got the Flamers working it from up on high, though they are a danger to our own units. Hopefully the angles work out enough for us, and it does seem like they're working out okay here, so that they don't damage us nearly as much, especially with our Severed Claw up front. It should mean, one of the Severed Claw goes flying, it should mean that it's the Severed Claw that take the brunt of the fire damage, and obviously they're not nearly as susceptible to it as the regular Chaos Warriors are. And there we go, burninate those units even as they're trapped at this choke point. Lovely, and it looks like the burnination is pretty successful. Look at all those, I want to say corpses, but piles of bones. We've also got the Gaze of Fate going down on the enemy Necrosphinx, even as Kairos blasts it with repeated blue fires, and it's also getting focused down by our pink horrors as well. We've also opened up a pink horror of Tzeentch gateway to summon them on top of the field while our units all burninate everything around them, so that these guys take the damage instead of everyone else. Plus, it's of course distracting the Necrosphinx, which is the most threatening unit on the field. Though there are a lot more units on the field now than there were seeming like before. Obviously, the enemy Tomb Guard are all now moving in. They're very, very slow, but they're getting there. The enemy's also getting a decent amount of range support from the Skeleton Archers, a Skeleton Archer Chariot unit, more Skeleton Archers, and the Cavalry looked like they're moving in over on this side. In fact, a few of our units are getting hit in the back in a few locations, but obviously these are just the remnants of the garrison plus the second reinforcing army. So these guys aren't really all that threatening here, and we're not too concerned. As I said at the beginning of the battle, the Flyers are moving around. They've destroyed one of the Skeleton Archer units that was isolated and are now moving in to destroy the second one. And it looks like the Skeleton Warriors here are pretty much dead, and we're going to move the Pink Horrors over here to destroy these that are hitting our other Pink Horrors in the back. Pink Horrors helping each other out. Not very demonic of them, but hey, we've ordered them to do so. Now let's get back to the main line here. It looks like our cultist is a little bit in trouble, though he is using the Forbidden Rod to hurt himself a little bit. But it's the Tomb Guard that are now going to have to move into the Fires of Tzeentch, and I don't think they're going to be too happy about it. I don't think they're going to be anything for long. There we go. Oh, I love watching the Flamers work. They're so great. It's one of those units that, you know, regardless of the effectiveness, it's just so damn fun to watch. And there we go, and especially when the enemy lines up like this. Very, very nice. Alrighty, and here we go, dropping in a Kairos. Where are our other Kairoses? Kairi? What's the plural of Kairos? Dropping him down just to try to annoy the enemy a little bit and help them or help our cultist, though he is now healed up due to that lovely regrowth. And it looks like the enemy main line is just about done here. The enemy Necropolis Knights have melted. All their elites, in fact, are just about dead, and we are now switching our ranged targets to those poor Skeleton Archers who got destroyed in a pretty much a single volley, or maybe two, and the other one should follow suit shortly as well, but it's probably not going to matter as it looks to be crumbling already, and so do the Tomb Guard and most of the other units. In fact, the battle is just about ours. The enemy has summoned some Ushabti over on this side, it looks like, but I don't know why. They are summoning them in Screamers and our Doom Knights, which are going to take care of them with great ease, and even some Chaos Knights of Tzeentch are moving in to help, not that we really need them. The other Skeleton Warriors that were annoying our Pink Horrors are also pretty much done, and I guess the end of the fight will be here, where we don't have nearly as much of our elites concentrated, though the Chaos Warriors are now here to help out the Pink Horrors and prevent them from getting destroyed by those remnants of Necropolis Knights, and looks like some ghouls coming in as well. At least they can poison our Chaos Warriors, make it a little bit tougher for them. It looks like the Necropolis Knights have melted, and I do believe the battle is done. Yeah, that full HP unit of horsemen just melted and crumbled apart, and we can see the unit count dropping, and just one enemy lord left. There we go. Let's see if he can reach the battle line, though somehow I doubt it, especially as he keeps getting knocked down. But he gets up again. Though not for long. Even have it out. Damn, that was a nice shot. The iridescent horror firing those blue fires from up on high. Sometimes you can do some really cool stuff with the blue fires, like fire from like down here, but a unit is enraged here. Or maybe it's when you're up here or something. I've definitely seen blue fires just like fly over in a very weird arc. But I don't know exactly the situation where that would happen, because shouldn't the building block the line of sight? Maybe it's only when it's partially blocked and partially not. I gotta screw around with that a little bit more at some point. But anyway, that turned out to be pretty fun. I like the whole reverse siege concept, plus it's always nice defending the rams at choke points, because that is where our flamers shine. Let's see the damage. Alrighty, well, it may not have been all that difficult, but I gotta say, I thought it was a pretty enjoyable battle. The reverse defenses sort of thing, where you siege but then you defend against the reinforcements, are always pretty darn fun. So I was happy with that one. And let us occupy the place, and a successful mission on top of that. Very nice. Now, I take it we can't reach Sorcerer's Islands in one go, though we can reach Vulture Mountain. And assuming that King Pentu doesn't move, perhaps we go to Vulture Mountain instead and simply summon another lord temporarily at Chic, and have it just summon a bunch of blue horrors to take the Sorcerer's Islands, just to give Kairos that extra little turn, so that he can move through here and then move back all the way to the Black Tower, or the Black Pyramid rather, and the Black Tower and Camry, to defend them all from the end there. Let's hope that that works out, but I guess we'll have to figure that out over the next couple of episodes, and certainly next time, because we're out of time and I'm calling it here. Next time, we should probably get through the next 2 or 3 turns that it takes for Thoric to come back, so we can unsiege Ogrul Migdal, and then just kill him one more time and delete the faction for good. More importantly, we should be able to get a fight going against Wurzag, either with Iber or Garrulus somebody, as the two proceed north. And then lastly, we have to have Fire try to attack and fight Tehanuman again. So that should be a fun time. This is also probably one of the last turns that we have 32-ish thousand gold coming in, because we're about to get like 2 or 3 new armies up and running. One for Lustria, probably another one to help defend the Black Pyramid, since everybody's a little bit far away right now, and then the third one, and just to take Sorcerer's Islands temporarily. So our income will drop significantly, though hopefully not forever. But anyway, stay tuned for more battles and the approach of the end. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.